This is the Bill Squire Show.
Alan Cox Show. We were talking about Italian food, and Pound Cake saying he doesn't like Italian food.
Either?
And that he's Italian, and I was like, oh.
Wait, Pound Cake's Italian?
He's half Italian. His dad's Italian.
Oh, okay.
So.
Stop
Why are
it,
you
Tom.
surprised?
Because he looks black, Tommy. All right?
So I go, oh, AJ on my podcast is half Italian, or he's Italian, and he doesn't like,
Italian.
yeah, but like, whatever, I don't care about that. But he doesn't like Italian food, and we talked about it on the podcast, and it's just one of those things that I thought was funny. And
So I get a call from my aunt.
Yeah.
She's just like, do you not like my meatballs?
Aw.
I'm just like, what? She's just like, your friend's throwing you under the bus there. I'm like, oh, you're listening? She's like, no, someone told me.
That's
how it goes, man. Isn't it funny?
It's insane. Every time he brings me
Never
up, somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody.
It always travels through the grapevine.
Yeah.
But anyway, happy birthday, AJ.
Thank you.
Welcome to
Thank you.
this week's episode of the Bill Squire Show. I'm your host, Bill Squire, with Tommy LC and AJ DeCosimo. And I got a little something for you.
Bill got me something.
I didn't get you anything.
Oh my God,
You said
Bill
you
got
didn't
me
want
something.
anything.
Oh my God, he got me two things.
I got you three things.
Oh my God, this is going to work. I'm going to need this.
So that's 3 cans
Three
of
cans
Barbasol.
Of Barbasol.
3.
Crochet Barbasol. I could sing again.
Is
Yeah.
that the only brand you use?
No, but Barbasol is a good brand.
It is
It's
a
a
good
lot
brand.
thicker. It lasts longer on the skin.
Nice.
That's what I want. You know,
You got
I wanted
the bougie stuff.
I wanted to get him something
Yeah.
good. I wouldn't want to
Thank
go
you,
cheap
Bill.
on this.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
and
value
50%.
size.
Yeah, it's value size. So you got a lot.
Dude.
That's
Dang,
at
thanks,
least
man.
3 songs, right?
Yeah, no, dude, you'll be surprised. Like
You-
a little bit of this covers
Does it?
my entire body.
Oh, wow.
Just like a handful of it.
Nice.
Nice.
It's very foamy.
Man,
Thanks.
so one time we did a bit at East End when I used to run a show there where one of the comedians in town, Brian Sternick, who we'll get on the podcast soon, he said he'd shave one of his eyebrows off if Odell Beckham Jr. came to the Browns, and he got traded to the Browns,
Mhm.
and so he's like, oh shit, I got to do this now. So we had AJ do his Slutman character, which is where he covers himself in shaving cream,
Very hot.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tommy.
You're
He-
welcome.
and for this particular one, he put shaving cream in his mouth to spit into his hand and slap on
I
his.
smacked
He
Brian
smacked him on the face and then
Brian
shaved
didn't
his
know I
eyebrow.
was going to do that.
No,
Brian was not happy because I hit him like hard.
yeah,
I got him pretty hard.
it was
I tagged him.
like it's funny,
Yeah.
and like I'm sure Brian was upset, but it's really funny.
Worth
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I bet that we could find it. But
Yeah, we
you
can find it.
Yeah, just Google eyebrow shave Odell Beckham Jr. Or it's probably Sternick's like pin tweet.
Yeah, I don't know if we could play it because there's a copyrighted song. in
Oh
it.
yeah, we can't
Yeah.
do that.
It's Belinda Carlisle. Heaven is a place on
Yeah,
earth.
that's
That's the song I came
I
out to.
love it.
Yeah,
What did you do for your birthday?
nothing really. I'm not a.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know. What did you do for my birthday?
I got you those
Work.
things, and I also
Yeah.
got you some. I got you more things.
You got me more things.
Yeah, where did I put the other things?
Oh,
So these also have to do with our guest, who should be here soon. These are Oreo Cakesters. So,
whoa!
Whoa.
Thank you.
our guest Stefan Johnson is gonna tell us all about that.
This
Yeah,
okay?
because he's the reason we have those.
Can I have one?
Yeah, they're yours.
I want one.
Yeah.
Do you
You're
want
gonna
one?
do it. I can't. They're not.
Well, that's why I
vegan.
got-
Isn't that weird?
I got
You got
her.
vegan ones.
I got her Oreo thins,
Oh.
which I don't know. Like,
Why are you trying to tell me something?
I just like the thins better.
Oh, I don't know if I've ever had a thing.
Okay, well, I like the thin ones because like the crispiness is just good. So
Okay.
if you like, that's so I just got you my preference. So
I just love cookies
Yeah.
and sugar, so it's fine.
Hmm.
Mm.
see the thin ones are good.
Yeah.
What was the first thing I've eaten today?
Oh yeah, what do
Yeah.
you think?
Good.
Eating on a podcast, everybody's favorite.
Everyone's favorite thing.
Let me have one of those.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't
you
think I've
gotta
had
have
one. And then we'll talk with. Oh, it comes 2 to a pack. Okay.
Mhm.
260 calories. You get 2 of these. This is 130 calories right here.
Yeah. Nah.
Crazy.
No. That was good.
It was really good.
That was really good.
Yeah, I like it.
So, what are you, 33 now?
33.
God damn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Getting up there.
I know.
You are in your mid-30s
I'm in
now.
my mid-30s. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Mid?
Yeah.
33 to 36. That's your middle 30s.
I guess, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, you don't worry. You're still in your early 30s
Yeah, yeah.
for a little bit longer.
Just, yeah. Yeah, because I'll only be 32 this year.
Mm.
You old man?
I know.
Geriatric?
Yeah, you are an old fart.
Yeah. I pooped my
Even though-
pants today.
Now,
Mm.
you've been burying the lead here. Here we are having a great story. And how'd you poop your pants?
No, I didn't poop my pants
Oh,
today. That was a
so-
lie. I'm sorry, guys.
Did you poop your pants as a kid ever?
I pooped my pants as an adult.
Well,
I don't think I ever did.
here's the thing, and I'm probably disgusting for even doing this, but when I was a kid, I'd always wait as long as I could to poop.
I do that as an adult.
But it was like
Yeah, strange.
disastrous
It's not good for you.
results to the point where, like, every time I was pooping, like I was turtle heading, prairie
No.
dogging, and so I was definitely a skid mark kid.
I remember
I was a skitty kid.
I one time.
Were you a skitty kid?
No, I wasn't a skinny
I was
kid.
a skitty kid.
You're a skid kid.
I was a skid kid.
No. One time, wasn't the time I pooped my pants, but I waited like way too long to do it,
Hmm.
and and I'm like, oh no! And I was trying to run to the bathroom, and I like yanked my pants off, and I'm like in the living room, and I like run, and I didn't. I start peeing all over the place. I'm like, oh no! I didn't know that was happening too. I'm like running into my own urine.
What?
Yeah.
I've had like hangover situations like that where I was like, it was just all coming out of me. So I'm like peeing and puking and pooping, and it just gets everywhere. And like I definitely had like a pee that like covered my bathroom floor, and that's in this place. Like
here?
my one, yeah.
How long ago?
2 days ago.
No. Okay. That's
So this
fine.
was 2 days ago?
No. This is a while ago. This is back during probably during quarantine type era.
Yeah.
Just got too drunk one
That
night.
kind of drinking.
Yeah, that kind of drinking was a lot of
Mhm.
drinking. So when our guest gets here too, he is a big fan of Pokemon. So I'm gonna let you handle
damn! I didn't
Pokemon
know.
questions.
No, I don't have Pokemon questions.
Well, you can just talk to him about Pokemon.
Okay.
All right. You seem so on the spot
I didn't know that
about it. But before we get into all of that, what do you guys think? Because we didn't get to actually show off the new studio with the new layout. What do we think?
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
If I can, like, everything's not as cluttered over there, so you can see.
It's a
more.
little different being on this side.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
Seating is- I gotta get used to.
Yeah, it's a little strange.
Like I don't know if I'm even.
Have
looking
you
at
ever
the camera.
had a moment where you want to address Bill, but you look at
Look
me?
this way? Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is actually kind of more the position I'm in on the Alan Cox show,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
so it kind of works for me.
Oh, okay.
But we got Whoopsie that Grandma made.
Oh,
not
that's
made,
sweet.
but
It's
like
like a good whoopsie.
yeah, not
It
made,
looks-
but like it looks like Whoopsie.
Yeah.
And it's got a little pool ball, Bill Squire Show.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh,
We
my
got
God,
some
look at
shoes, of course. We got the platform WMS beer. Like this is all things that were in the background before,
You
but it's
just couldn't
also
really see
cluttered.
it.
You couldn't
Where's-
really see it all.
Where's my pen?
What pen? Did you give my dog your pen?
No, there's a pen that I always hold.
Oh, that's gone. That wasn't here last week.
It
either.
had to have been here last week. I know it
Oh,
was, 'cause
no.
I would have noticed it.
It might be on the speaker over there where the stuff is.
Are you okay, AJ?
This is upsetting for him. Do you want some Italian food to calm down? Would that help?
Oh, I've got cauliflower lasagna.
That
kind of Italian.
I thought so. I told Tommy to
Give
bring
me the axe.
some.
Give me-
This is Stormbreaker.
Yeah, give me Stormbreaker.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's your
I'll
birthday.
have Stormbreaker.
You can have
Nice.
Stormbreaker.
I'm gonna have. This is all I need.
Please don't
Yeah.
yeah. that.
This and the shaving cream and the Oreo snackers, my cigarettes, and my
Cakesters.
lighter. Whatever. This is all I need.
One of the best bits.
I know it's such a funny bit.
Such a funny bit. Such a good movie.
Oh my god, I feel like the birthday boy now.
You
You
are
do?
the birthday boy.
I know.
Yeah, you got Stormbreaker now.
I know,
Look, it's
dude.
a little Stormbreaker.
It is.
But I went
But
to
it's okay.
Fat Thor a few years ago. That was in my office at work, and I was like, I can bring that home now.
You have an
Oh,
office at work.
Yeah,
Well, you're the sidekick to the afternoon.
Yeah,
show.
I mean, we
Of
share
course
an
you-
office.
Oh, right.
my side's real cluttered, but that's kind of the person that I am. I'm a cluttered person.
You're a cluttered guy.
Did you guys ever work in the service industry at a restaurant?
Yeah.
No,
No, you
I
did.
worked.
never did food.
I was back of house. I never did like serving.
So I went
But
out.
I've been around enough of it that like just for doing comedy in bars for 20 years, like I get it.
I went to a diner last night, like late last night, and there was a guy there, and he was like really nice and intense. And I'm like, I'd rather you be a shitty server than like want to be a part of the conversation I'm having right now.
Oh, what was the conversation?
No, he just kept like telling me shitty jokes.
Oh,
Ooh,
Like I'm like,
why?
oh, I don't know why.
I don't need that.
I know he was just like, hey, do you want to hear a joke? I'm like, no,
Does he know you're a
no.
comedian?
I thought like maybe is this his way of telling me that he knows what? Because it's happened.
Yeah,
Like there have been times where it's just like, oh, you're on the Bill Squire Show.
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I am.
That's me.
That's me.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. Maybe he thought he was just like, hey, you want to hear a joke? I'm like, I don't want to hear a joke.
Now
Don't tell me a
him
joke.
No? Did you tell him no?
No, I didn't tell him no, but I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I want to hear that
Well,
joke.
do you remember what the joke was?
It was just like, shit.
I get it.
So
'Cause of poop.
funny.
Yeah, no, I don't
No,
remember.
you don't
I don't remember
remember
the joke. It had something
It
to do
was
with
that
Star
good.
Wars.
Oh,
Oh, he was like, what is Darth Vader called? What would he be called if he was in the service industry? I'm like, what? He was like, Darth Vader.
was it really that bad?
Yeah, that was the joke.
That's a
I just
terrible
remembered
joke.
it. And then he went, Luke, I am your server. I'm like,
no.
and I
Oh,
look at him.
gee.
I'm like, ha 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 ha. And I look at the person I'm there with. I'm like, yeah, that was really funny. Let's
Yeah.
get him
I
the
think he
fuck outta
did.
here.
I think he does listen to this because we've talked about Star Wars on here enough.
Maybe.
Yeah, like,
that
how
he was
else
trying
would
to,
you
like-
know? Yeah.
I don't know.
And
Maybe.
he thought it was.
But why wouldn't you just tell me that you know who I am?
Because sometimes
It's weird. Don't
people
be a
are weird
spy.
like that.
Don't be
Like, I feel like
spy.
this is some weird form of espionage.
But there are people
Here.
that
You're
they're
all paranoid today.
weird like that
I'm
'cause
30.
he does-
I'm 33.
because he doesn't have his pen. It's
Way to go.
making him unsettled because he doesn't have his
I'm a
pen.
little unsettled
I know,
too. Yeah.
Yeah, at least the axe isn't sharp.
Precisely.
Blunt.
Yeah.
It'd probably not feel great to get hit with, but I don't think it's gonna
No.
hurt anybody real bad.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm happy with the way that everything's looked out.
It
I
does
feel
look
like
good.
cleaning up this room also helped a lot with my depression.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy how
Yeah,
that helps?
here you go.
It does.
Well, and I'm sure like you just moved into your place.
I am
and
such a wreck right now.
Are you getting more settled in?
A little bit, yeah, but
But
it's
it is
still-
overwhelming.
Yeah, well, it's just our schedules have been crazy because the painter took too long.
Mhm.
Like he took longer than planned, and then we already had other plans that we needed to work around. So the house is still like not fully put together, and I know I'm like stressed out. over
Yeah.
it.
Well, one of the good parts about moving in here was I moved in here with nothing.
Yeah.
So like
that's
I
nice.
moved in here and the couch got here and the bed got
Where
here.
were you sleeping the first few days?
At grandma's
Oh,
upstairs. Like,
okay.
I was like, I'll sleep there until I have someplace to
Right.
sleep.
Yeah.
Right.
But like, yeah, like I was able to kind of assemble everything as it got here.
We
so
we kind of did that with some new furniture too.
Yeah.
Like we had a new TV and just like bedroom stuff. But
and then the day
that's
like
nice.
when I got my TV that is hung on the wall over there, like me and my dad put it up, and it's funny because my dad, like when I was younger, really put on airs like I really know how to do everything. And we were putting that TV together. I saw, I'm like, oh, this is a guy that just has a lot of tools. he has no plan.
Aw.
He doesn't know what he's doing, huh?
No, it's not that he doesn't know what he's doing. It's just that like once it wasn't, it's not drywall, it's plaster on the wall here. So
Right.
he's like, well, this is weird. And so basically we just put a million anchors in
Mm.
and it's worked.
Oh.
Now that would be hilarious if right then you hear a crash.
Yeah.
And it's like 2 years later the TV falls. But
That'd be funny.
he's
You've been here for 2 years.
almost 2.5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I moved in here in November of 2019.
Oh, wow.
So
Nice.
it's been quite some time. This is like the longest place I've lived as like since I've been on the radio.
Hmm.
Like we were.
Did you own anything else before this?
I own a house with my ex-wife,
Oh, okay.
but she lives in it, and I just need a place the kids to
Yeah.
live.
Yeah.
So we bought that together, And basically she just used my name because I had better credit than her.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'll take the, like it's not a big deal. And
You
I think it's
trust her,
probably,
you know,
like we
yeah.
get along and I want my kids to have a place to live too. So
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
So we bought that place a couple of years ago.
You're such a nice guy.
You
I would have been
are.
like, figure it out, kids.
Right. Well, I could have done just bought a place and I'm like, well, they'll just come live with me.
Right.
But I'm also not that good of a guy.
That's true. All right.
I'd rather it was worth it to me that they lived there.
Yes.
Right,
Yeah,
makes
Because
it
we
was.
never like in a situation like when they're teenagers at the age like I would see them just as much as her just like driving them around and driving them to work because like they basically get home and go in their rooms.
Yeah.
So like my main form of communication with them when they're like in that angsty teenage years was texting anyway.
Mhm.
So I'm
Right.
like, well, I don't need a place that they can, and they would come to my places, but it wouldn't be like split time.
Right.
And
yeah.
I think they liked having just,
Oh.
home.
Yeah.
And they
Makes
could
it
come over
easy.
for a little bit and then, they come over a few times a week. It's good. Now they're grown-ups and they need to start saving to take care of me when I'm
Yeah.
completely decrepit.
Mm.
Because I'm gonna get fucking bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You think so?
I'm going for the full Alzheimer's.
Are we still going to do a
Yeah.
podcast when he has Alzheimer's?
Damn, that'd be
It's
tight.
gonna be
Yeah.
That would
yeah,
be so cute.
we can do that.
Aw.
Maybe
we can
like,
do that for sure.
Hey, Bill, it's Tommy and it's AJ.
Mhm.
Tommy and AJ.
Who's Tommy and AJ?
We're like, you remember us?
Oh.
I don't remember you.
And I'd be like-
And then I'll slip into that era of my life for
I
whatever
know.
reason.
And then
And we'll be right back in. You should do the crowd work show.
I'd be like, Tommy, turn away. I'm going to elder abuse.
I'm gonna elder.
No, but the first thing after I texted you guys with the Will Smith slap, I was like, I definitely don't want to do crowd work now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I actually left the crowd work show too, so I think you win overall.
Oh, you left it?
I'm not doing it anymore.
Oh, why?
Just I have
What?
too many things on my plate, and that was the thing that I felt like was
What if I just started?
do it.
You quit. You won't.
Yeah.
And then you started
I just
doing
needed
crowd work.
something.
Yes.
I needed those Sundays, and like as much fun as it is, it's still also very stressful.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I don't want to keep doing this.
Yeah.
I got a lot of other things going on. I'm gonna step away from that, and it's in good hands with John and Jimmy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they're great. I like those two.
yeah, and like so I can always go back and perform on it. I just don't want to host it
Mm-hmm.
anymore. So yeah. You really are happy about those Barbasol, huh? Very
He's
protective of
talking
it.
about
Yeah.
No, it's still here now.
Yeah.
Like, it's here. Like, I brought them in, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't want to push them back out.
This is gonna be a good cover photo.
Yeah, it's more like I don't have the pen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
That's
the pen
kinda
was
freaking me
so important to you.
I would hold that pen every week.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would be like, yeah, and I would like do it. I would fidget with something because me. I'm,
Yeah, you're fidgety.
You know
Yeah.
me.
You're a little fidgety. All right, well, let's take a little break, and when we come back, Stefan Johnson. I've been a fan of you on TikTok for the past couple of years as you've gotten very popular on there, and you got, 8 million followers? 6 million? 6.5 million followers, and
Whatever.
yeah, killing it. Very funny, very hard takes on food, and today, one of
I
the
didn't
trending
watch any of the
topics
food
was...
ones.
That's so many of them. How do you miss the food ones?
Well,
It's okay. It's okay. All right. It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
But anyway,
We do our research.
people
We do, yeah.
people were doing their cancelable food takes. So what do you think is your most controversial food take?
Well, one that I found out is just breathtaking to people was my old milk before cereal thing.
That is a weird one. I'm going to turn you
Excuse
can't
me?
believe that.
I don't
Yeah.
fucking like him anymore.
I don't. Get
Get
out.
out.
You don't want to fuck his mom anymore.
No, I
He didn't
do.
say that. He
I
didn't
do
say
want
that.
to fuck
Come
his mom.
on! Why not? She's a very nice lady, I
Hey, man. Hey, as long as you're back home by 11, I'm your dad now.
So
Oh my god!
yeah, that took off like a shot. But the cereal thing. So what? So your whole thing is you pour the milk and then cereal in.
Yes, sir.
Why do you do that?
Well, because when you think about when you make your bowl of cereal, and let's say you're thinking about longevity, right? So you want that bowl of cereal to stay as crispy and fresh as possible.
It depends on the cereal. It depends on the cereal.
When do you ever want soggy cereal?
If I get a whole bunch of Fruity Pebbles in there,
those are the worst kinds.
I like it. I like the mushy Fruity Pebble.
Ooh, really?
Yeah,
like the orange consistency.
I like it. Not just a combination. I want a combination. I want a little mush and a little crunch.
In his defense, though, if you have more control over it if you put the milk in first.
There you go.
And so that makes sense to me.
Okay.
So me, I just do minimal milk, so I keep the crispy.
Okay, but
Crunchy.
If you still pour that little bit of milk before or afterwards,
Mm-hmm.
still more of that cereal is going to get covered in that little bit of milk, and
We call that
accelerate the soggy process.
Huh.
We call that
That's suggination.
we call that
It's science. There's
Yeah.
science.
Yeah,
There's
I believe
physics
you.
and biology,
Yeah.
all this in that shit.
it's the
Still don't agree.
it's the Stefan maneuver.
Yeah.
That's what
But
it's called.
Milk
I mean, it
first.
gets engagement, it gets people
Always.
talking.
There we go.
And
Yeah.
and people have hard feelings about it. The one that you said recently that I was kind of blown away by is you don't like deviled eggs. You're not a deviled eggs guy.
Texture. It's a texture thing.
It's a texture thing.
I can see
Gelatinous,
that.
cold. Like I can do a warm boiled eggs, breakfast times, whatever. Okay, but then when you have like the cold, the gelatinous, and then it's savory. It's not like Jello where it's like almost
Right.
like palatable because that sweetness comes in. But you got the. It's not even, an egg's not even savory. Egg has no flavor unless you add like
Salt,
hot sauce, something to it.
Well, that's why you got
Paprika.
the paprika and like the
Paprika doesn't have a flavor. What's the flavor of
There,
paprika?
I
Oh,
agree.
paprika
There,
flavor.
no,
Dirt.
there isn't. Yeah.
earthy flavor.
I guess I don't even know how to explain it, but it has a flavor.
It's a paprika flavor,
It's
which
kind of a-
means
I would say
nothing.
kind of
I agree
smoky.
with
Yeah.
I think it's kind of a smoky flavor.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I think it's like
Do you have
sandpaper.
paprika?
I don't know. Probably not.
What?
You're prepared,
So
Bill. Goddamn.
yeah,
We had the
should've been.
paprika conversation before we got here.
I
we
might
don't
have-
remember, but we did.
I don't
Do you know
know if
what's
I have
messed up?
paprika.
I always assumed paprika was like salt and pepper mixed together because of
Blue's Clues?
Yeah.
until maybe 5 years ago. Not kidding. Like
Blue's Clues is notorious for spreading disinformation.
right?
Yeah,
right,
So
right,
messed
right.
up.
You should have seen them.
The propaganda campaign.
I know.
We're all
Yeah.
looking for
Since
Blues
1998.
Clues because we're all QAnon.
That's the head writer was Joseph Goebbels.
Right, exactly. I heard that. I read about that.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Steve didn't really go away to college. Who are you trying to fool?
Cool. Do you want to try some? So a few episodes. This is probably half a year ago now. We ate some vegan cheese and some vegan desserts. That because Tommy is vegan. That's why she doesn't have Oreo cakesters. She has Oreo thins because the cakesters aren't vegan.
Really? Because Oreos are vegan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all of them
but-
except those because I think it's the
Really?
The
cake.
cake has some eggs in it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you're more. I actually got you a box.
Really?
Yeah.
You are such a fucking gentleman.
Yeah,
My
well.
God, thank you.
You're welcome. And
Thank you
we'll
so
get
much.
into why that's important to you in a minute.
Yeah.
But first, I think we should do something disgusting and eat this cauliflower lasagna.
Cauliflower.
Yeah,
lasagna.
so I went to like one of my favorite restaurants because he's like, you got to pick something for him to try. And I'm like, I guess I'll pick the most disgusting looking thing. But I trust this place because it's so good.
Well, I kind of wanted you to get something that you would like.
Oh,
But-
I'm sure I'm going to like it.
Okay, well, let's.
But it just doesn't.
All right,
I
let's
don't
let
think
Tommy
I don't
try it
find
first.
to be that
It
unappetizing.
looks like cheesecake.
I would.
or
I
something.
love cheesecake.
But
I
it's
know,
not
but
cheesecake,
in-
it's
I'm
lasagna.
excited,
Yeah.
honestly.
No, I understand.
Okay,
I'm
all right.
excited too.
Yeah.
I'm with
Let's
Stefan.
let Tommy try it first.
I'm with my stepson.
I don't
There
know.
we go.
I hope
Yeah.
it doesn't need to be warm.
It looks like it totally needs to be warm. It's lasagna.
Is it like cold? Is it like warm room temperature, or is it like?
It
It's
was
probably
in like
warm.
a cooler type thing.
I mean, if you want to go pop it in the microwave for a little bit, you can.
Well, that's a good way to tell if something's really good. If you can eat it like
Cold.
2 a.m, straight
Yeah.
out the fridge, that's how you know something is
All
very
right.
good.
We're gonna
She's
do
just
it.
going right for it.
Okay.
And it is vegan cauliflower lasagna.
Like it's not bad. Like it tastes
Yeah.
good to me, but
When I
It's
saw
not
that
lasagna.
shrug, that told me everything I
Yeah,
needed.
there's a
to
long
know.
pause.
She's
Yeah,
like-
I was just like, meh.
no.
No, it
All
was.
right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a little bite here
I just.
because this isn't even real cheese that's on it. You gotta keep that in mind.
Oh, Jesus fucking
It's
Christ.
fine. This stuff is fine.
Yeah, that's what you
It's
said
just-
about the
but it's
last vegan
cauliflower,
cheese.
right?
It's fucking fine.
What
All
is
right.
vegan
It's
cheese
just
made
Who-
of?
straight up
wants to go next?
cauliflower.
Fucking dumb shit. That's
What,
what
like
it's made of.
soy or something?
I don't know.
That probably. Almond maybe. I think it said Did it have a nut on it?
Yeah. What do you think? It's not the worst thing I've ever eaten.
No. Like it just tastes like.
But it's literally just
vegetables.
cauliflower with
Yeah.
sauce on it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll let you take the last
See
one.
what we got here.
It's so mushy.
They shouldn't be allowed to call this lasagna.
Right.
first name.
I agree.
Because where are the layers?
Where are there?
Yeah,
there's
there's
I
no
don't even think
layers.
there's noodle in it.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Let's see what we got. Hopefully I don't make a mess. I want you guys to hear my smacking.
Yeah,
Please.
get in
Get
there.
on
that's
in.
that's part of the experience.
ASR, what is it called?
Yeah.
ASR.
Yeah.
ASMR. ASMR. Yeah.
Well, it's different.
Yeah.
You know,
Don't hold back.
Oh, the face, the
you know what? I'm not mad at it. I get the lasagna. I feel like there's some kind of like vegan ricotta.
Yeah. But there's like no noodles. You say it's
You
not
say it's
food.
not food?
It's not the food it's pretending to be. Is what I
Right,
meant. It's like
exactly.
yeah. Just
I'm not
say
mad
like
at it.
it's just cauliflower with sauce.
Flour, yeah.
Yeah.
Loaf.
Just make up a different name. My whole thing with the whole vegan thing is that stop calling things like their meaty counterpart. Like,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
make up different names for this. Like if you want to have vegan ribs, call them. I don't even know what the name would be.
Just barbecue, some sort of barbecue.
Yeah,
whatever it
vegan
is. Yeah, vegan barbecue.
Right, I agree.
You don't have to keep trying to convince us that it's
Yeah.
the meat counterpart.
We're not falling for
Right.
your charade.
We're not falling for the fucking charade.
That's right.
Precisely. No, I agree with that. Like a lot of places are doing like mushroom chicken now, and I'm like, you don't need to say
Don't call
it's
it
chicken.
chicken.
Just I'm fine with the mushroom, like
Yeah.
the fried mushrooms. Like,
Yeah.
just don't give it a
It's a
name.
mushroom dish.
Right, exactly.
We'll just
Precisely.
call it that mushroom dish.
Yeah,
Mushroom dish. Would you like the mushroom dish, sir?
I will have the mushroom dish.
So let's get to the cakesters.
Mm,
Now, these are back on
my
shelves,
God. My God.
and the reason these are back on shelves and they're being advertised right now, like they keep showing up in my Instagram stories, like in the cookie aisle, go get them.
Mhm.
They're out there because of you.
Is that true?
I mean, not all
Don't be
hero-
humble about this.
Not all heroes wear capes. That's all I'll say about that. You know, but I mean, I remember these very fondly from when I was like maybe like 8th, 9th grade or whatever it was, and then one day they were just gone, and I was devastated. They just were literally one of my favorite things to eat, snack on when I got home from school. And once I started to get a little clout on TikTok, I mentioned it once in like a video passingly, and just like literally almost every comment, I talked about like 3 different snacks on there. Like every comment was about the cakesters.
Yeah.
And I'm
Well,
like,
because you do these series where it's like snacks that aren't around anymore, and it's
Mhm.
and you do it very dramatically, and they took them.
away from us.
I saw the giving them back
Yeah.
videos. I
Yeah.
didn't see the taking away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
And you're very good at like bringing up something like I completely forgot about. Like I forgot
Yeah.
about Cakesters.
Yeah.
And then I saw that video, and then people it started something.
and that's the thing. I just saw all the comments. Like literally, it blew up specifically because I mentioned the Cakesters in it. So I'm like, there's demand there, just like the
Mhm.
demand I've always had. So then I made a follow-up video to it, and then it just kind of grew into a movement. And then I started to do these like little silly skits where I was like, I hope I'm kind of breaking the fourth wall. If this is my camera, I'm breaking the fourth
Yeah.
wall. Sorry, guys. But like skits where I was like going to Oreo's headquarters, where I was calling their secretary. You know what I mean? But then it just started building and building until the folks at Oreo reached out to me, and they were like, "You win." And I'm like, "Excuse me?" And I'm like,
That's
Yeah.
You got to teach me how to do that because I'm in a war with DiGiorno right
that's
now.
right. Yeah.
really?
Yeah, no, I'm like in a legitimate war with DiGiorno because I
Really?
think they would make fantastic chicken nuggets. They would make fantastic
But this is
chicken
not something
nuggets.
that you're asking them to bring back. You're just saying that
I want them to make
you want them to dip
Yeah.
their toe.
Okay, do I have an ally?
Well, and I think I remember because they had like their little like what was like snack boxes where you get the pizza and then like the nuggets and then like the brownie or something, right? Is that what you're referring to? Like
no,
those?
I think because DiGiorno pizza is not good.
Yeah, it's not amazing.
No one's
yeah,
never been fooled by the fact that it's
Of
not
course.
delivery.
of course.
That's where it started. That's where it started. I'm like, no one's been fooled by you.
Yeah.
Like nobody is.
Well, you know, they did the nuggets before with the little snack pack, and they were damn good.
DiGiorno did?
DiGiorno did, and they were better than their raggedy ass pizza. And they should have. I said that back then. I was like, you should start getting the chicken market because
Yeah.
you guys aren't winning the pizza.
You're
market.
not ruining the pizza market.
Yeah.
They're not good.
No.
But I want to root for DiGiorno.
Why?
I want DiGiorno to do well. I don't know. I always like had a fondness for frozen pizza,
I feel it. I feel it.
but DiGiorno frozen pizza is not good.
Not amazing.
It's not good at all.
It's like I'll eat it, I'll eat it if it's in the house, if my wife buys it.
Yeah.
But I'll never seek it out. You know what I mean?
It's one of those things where if it's an option
Yeah.
and it's the only option, yeah, I'll go with it. But there's still like shittier frozen pizzas that I like more.
Yeah.
Like I love a Tostino's pizza.
Tostinos are like top tier because they're simple,
Yeah.
nostalgic. They're like one of the first like frozen pizzas I remember.
It's
having as a
like
kid.
traveling back in time.
Yeah.
I do wish they were still circles. They're squares now,
Right.
and that's
What?
yeah, and sucks.
It's
But
weird.
it's just
I don't like it.
I wish there were still circles, and I wish they still came in the box and stuff. I know they're just trying to be more environmentally
This is-
friendly, but
This is an important man.
yeah,
This is an important man to
Oh, I
add to
know.
my cause.
yeah.
Hey,
Let's get the DiGiorno Nuggets thing going.
let's make it
I
happen.
think
Yeah,
we
dude,
can-
let's just do it. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Can we exchange information after the show?
I'll sky drop you my number or air drop you my number.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that.
He's got an Android, so
Yeah,
you're gonna have to
but-
write it. You're gonna have to write it on.
I'll get it.
in
I have to
stone.
write it down like
yeah,
a stone.
yeah. You got to chisel it into.
Okay, we're gonna get
Yeah.
DiGiorno chicken nuggets made.
I'm for it.
Now I'm gonna go and watch all of the taken away food videos.
I
You
got
have.
a playlist.
Oh,
I
you-
know
Do
he's-
I got a
you?
playlist.
Do
he's-
you?
yeah.
I'm gonna have
He's
to.
very good at TikTok. It's all organized and like you can go down a TikTok hole with Stefan, and it's just you're gonna laugh your ass off,
Everything
and then
I
also
saw, I liked.
you're gonna have so many things where you're like, I forgot about that,
Son
I
of a
forgot about
bitch.
that, and you're gonna be like, some of these things, it's good that they're gone. they were definitely overstepping,
Very
but
true.
then there's a lot. You're like, man, those were good. Like I like
Yeah,
that.
'cause I also have a series called "Thank God They Took It Away from Us."
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
what
Yeah,
was
because-
one of those?
Well, did you know they had vegetable salad Jello?
No,
before.
thank you.
Yeah, it was like
Ooh.
you get a Jello mold, and the ingredients called for carrots and celery, but the Jello was still sweet. So you have like onions and garlic, and then like lime Jello.
That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
A
Yeah.
savory Jello was a thing in like the '60s.
Yep, it's from like the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, and I don't know why they
You want
push
that.
so hard on that. Like they're like, hey, are you entertaining friends? Put a bunch of random shit in a Jello mold. They'll be so
Herbs
impressed.
and spices
Yeah.
in your Jello.
I'm eating this cake stir. I'm
Uh-huh.
like, this is what Stefan tastes like.
That-
Yeah,
That
this is the taste of
essence
Stefan.
of me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Enjoy,
Thank
my
you.
son.
Well, happy birthday.
Oh, brother.
Yeah. So what? One of he's got a very different social media presence. He's a very funny writer, and then he is a very
Who's Stefan?
no you.
Oh,
I'm saying you're a very funny writer, but you're both funny writers. I'm not taking that away
That's
from
not
either of
good
you.
if he identified funny and you had no idea he was talking about you.
Yeah.
That's not a good sign.
Well, that's how humble he is.
Oh.
But then he is also a very interesting performer because the only videos you really post are of a character he does called Slutman, and Slutman is a woman.
Oh wait, Slutman's a woman?
Slutman's a woman,
Oh, I didn't even realize.
and
yep, she's great.
and in
Okay.
the videos he covers himself with shaving cream. That's why I got him shaving cream for his birthday, and then he will just sing like a classic, usually like folk song.
Mhm.
Yeah, on like it just plays the guitar and does it,
Just a second.
and it's very interesting and sometimes unsettling.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes there's butt in the
sometimes
shot.
they do look angry. Yeah. Sometimes it is.
I'm intrigued.
Intense.
Yeah,
I'm intrigued. I got
They have not taken off the way your videos have.
But it's coming.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
coming. I
it's
assure
coming.
you. I
Well-
see it in your eyes. It's coming.
TikTok won't allow
Well,
that.
one of them got mentioned on Twitter by Rex Chapman, and that one got a lot of
Yeah.
views.
Mm.
Yeah, that one was over 100,000.
Yeah, people were.
But, you know.
Yeah. And how was the response to everybody? Like, well, I know exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, I know why I'm watching this.
It was great. Yeah, nobody had any idea what was happening.
Yeah. So you are also a musician.
Yes.
You play in a Prince cover band from time to time.
Yes.
And that looks like a lot of fun.
It is.
What do you
How'd-
play?
I play bass.
And do you do like backup vocals and
I
stuff
do.
too?
Yeah, backing because Prince's music had very, very heavy backing vocals, harmonies, all
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. And if there were to be like a band that you could front with your voice, I guess would that be like a Barry White cover band, that kind of thing?
Ooh. Well, actually, quiet as it's kept, my go-tos as far as karaoke go is always the country stuff.
Oh,
'Cause,
really?
yeah, because for the longest time, country was like the only music I could sing along to because my voice dropped at a very early age. So,
Mhm.
and my grandmother always listened to a lot of like Randy Travis, Trace Atkins, Travis Trent.
I could see
I
that,
did.
yeah,
I did
yeah.
Randy Travis. I'm gonna love you forever and ever.
I'm gonna love you
forever and ever.
Yeah, that's one of my go-to.
I can't
His
actually
singing
sing.
better.
Yeah, his singing is way better. I just do more of a drunken Randy Travis kind of. But it's one of those songs because it's like 4 lines. The whole song.
Exactly, the whole fucking
It's a
song.
really
That's
easy
all he
song.
wrote. Yeah.
Yeah, like, forever and ever. And I remember the reason that song is so like dear to my heart is we went to Jogga Lake when I was a kid,
Okay.
and they had like a booth where you could record like a karaoke song
Really?
basically. And my dad did Forever and Ever by Randy Travis, and like we were listening to it on the way home, and like we're all just like deadly quiet because it's not good. And my mom just goes, "Were you plugging your nose?" And I was like, and my dad was a good sport about it, but it was like it was very like everyone's like, "Oh, I don't know if Dad nailed this." This doesn't like we're like this does not sound like Randy Travis. This sounds like somebody's hurt.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough. Wow, that sounds like a fun concept though. Why don't they still have that at Jogga Lake or not Jogga Lake?
Jogga Lake, but like
a
Well, they used to have it at like malls and stuff, and I think it's
Yeah.
just so easy to do it now on your phone.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, but because there's an episode of Fresh Prince where they go to the mall and
And he
I
slaps
remember.
Chris Rock.
he slaps Chris Rock, yes. But he goes to the mall and they record. It's Aunt Viv is
Smacks Chris
like
Rock.
just going crazy in the karaoke booth,
Really?
and she's doing like Tina Turner and shit, and just going wild. The original Aunt Viv, the first
original
one, yes.
The real Aunt
Yeah,
Viv.
the real one. Yep. So then you also obviously do voiceover stuff,
Yeah.
and that's really taken off for you over the past
It
few
is.
years
I've been
too.
blessed. I've been blessed.
Yeah. And what's when it comes to like the scripts that you have to read, because like a few weeks ago there was one for a Cavs game that was promoing on our station, and it was like buckle up.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
The Cavs are taking it out, and I was like, for real, buckle up. And you're like, that's the script they sent me. So
Yeah, I mean, God bless them. I work with an amazing team
Yeah.
of writers and producers, and sometimes they send me scripts where they're testing the waters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess they're seeing what works and what sticks, throwing noodles at the wall, and just seeing what happens. And that was one that I could have swore was just going to be like a throwaway. Maybe they just wanted an internal joke or whatever it
Yeah.
is. And I recorded a couple takes of it, never thinking it was going to come to air. And then you actually messaged me like, "We love this spot.
Yeah.
Buckle up, Buttercup." And I'm like, "What? That really went to fucking air? That's playing on your station, right?
Yeah,
fucking
that
now.
played
Wow.
on
And I'm
a
like,
lot of stations. Yeah.
yeah, and I'm like, wow. I mean, if the head honchos like it, hey, they pay me. I'll
Yeah.
record whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
but that one was just like so different than the other ones, you know,
Yeah.
because it's kind of audio wallpaper where you hear you're like okay, can't, but like
Exactly.
but when you hear that voice doing a Cavs promo and he goes buckle up, Buttercup, I'm like I'm buckled up,
Right.
I'm ready for this
Hit me
game.
hit me with a buckle up, Buttercup.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
Oh my
Ooh,
God.
Yeah,
I
I feel like
You
the
feel that in your
birthday boy.
loins? You feel that in your
Yeah.
loins?
I feel it, yeah, real down low in a place.
And then there's also like on TikTok there's all
Devil's
these
Alley.
like there's all these like challenges like the voiceover challenge, and every time I try and do one I am terrible at them. Like
It's all about having fun.
right, and so that's why I just make it into jokes of like, fucking who cares about
I want to write
this.
one and have you do one.
I'll do it.
Could you write one right now? Like we'll bullshit.
Yeah,
well, you
you're
write one and then we'll have him read it.
There we go.
Uh,
Sure.
So yeah, so like those are very funny, but like that I don't have that. So like I do voiceover stuff
Yeah.
for the radio station, like I
Right.
do, and I've gotten way better at it. But it's not this like gift that you have where it's not just about the voice, it's about the inflection
Yeah.
and making it sound natural, because there's so many times when you're trying to do stuff like that. It's like the episode of 30 Rock when Alec Baldwin's trying
Shot
to
a
like
lady with his gun.
that was a later episode.
Oh.
But he's trying to do a video and he's just so unnatural. He's so
Yeah.
uncomfortable. And I think that's how like a lot of people are like, oh, I could do this, and then they don't understand like how much work goes into actually making it come off natural
Yeah.
and being able to hit the right emotions.
Exactly, because like voice acting is acting, and like that was one of my biggest like things I had to overcome, because my voice automatically wants to slip into Mr. Announcer, automatically wants to slip into one man, one desire coming this summer. But I had to learn to be conversational. My voiceover coach told me, Stefan, you're talking like you're a voice actor. I go, we can't have you talking like you're a voice actor. And I'm like, fucking noted. So I had to work on actually talking like a human. And it's weird. Like, I could talk to you guys right now. I'm talking like a human, but you put me in my booth in front of a microphone, and I want to go, hello, guys. How are you doing?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Bill Squire Show, you know.
And I'm so far the other way on that, where it's like, hey, could you make it sound like you want to be here? When you're talking about Wendy's, can it stop making it sound like Wendy's is trying to, like, said they're going to stomp on your dog if you don't say this right. And it's just,
and like, I envy like you guys, like you, Alan, Cody, and everyone, because you guys, when you guys are like doing your ads or whatever it is, you guys sound personable. You guys sound like you're actually, like, one direction we always get when they're trying to get us to be conversational is to talk like you're talking like to your neighbor.
Yeah.
You're trying to sell a burger to your neighbor. And like me, it's very hard for me. But when you guys are doing it on the show, it's like, wow, sounds like he's just talking to Alan.
all right. So one that I'm doing right now is for the $1 Dave single.
Okay.
So $1 Dave single when you order in the app.
Mhm.
I'm just let you riff on that, and then I'll do my version of it.
Okay. So what's the copy, or what's the
It's $1 Dave single when you order in the app.
okay?
Get it now at Wendy's, and then Wendy's quality's our recipe.
Got you. So, you guys, did you know Wendy's has a new $1 Dave single? You can go down there right now today and you can grab it, take it home, enjoy it, and it's as easy as that. Go to Wendy's now, quality beef, quality buns, fucking get it.
They would love to fucking get it. They'd probably just bleep and be like, air it.
See, that's the thing, like trying to make it sound conversational.
Yeah, right. That's the thing.
Being salesy, but not being salesy.
Not being salesy, but also like, and then they're like, hey, what they always do with me is to be like, make it your own. We want it to be your own.
Yeah.
Put all these in there.
Exactly. Have
Every
it under
single
15
here.
seconds,
Yeah.
you know.
Yes. Make sure you hit every single one of these points, but make it your own. I'm like, okay. So yeah, mine's more like, whoa, I had a Dave single today, and guess what? It cost $1.
Mhm.
$1. That's a lot of hamburger for $1. You have to order through the app, but you're on your phone all the time anyway. So download the app, get a Dave single. This is actually better than I've ever tried.
I want to try with a Dave
This is
single.
better than anything I've ever done for the Alan. I got the
Because
perfect
you're
one.
talking to
Yeah.
someone.
Because well, that's kind of why
Yeah.
I try to do is like I try to imagine like I'm talking to somebody,
Yeah.
and it makes them
Yeah.
more. But it's still like there's so many times where it's such a tough take. Like,
It is. It's very
and then
hard.
like the pressure of doing it live
Yeah.
is a whole nother thing.
Oh my God. So actually I had a shoot in New York. I was damn, I probably shouldn't be talking. Well, anyway, a project invited me out to LA to record something. And I got down there and they basically said, okay, we know we gave you a loose script. Forget it. We want to riff all of this.
Mhm.
And it was a 30-second commercial for something. And I am terrible at improv. I don't know if people think I riff my videos or whatever it is. I write my videos.
Mhm.
I write the content. I riff loosely, but like I have a general guideline of what
Yeah.
I'm gonna do.
You have the
Bullet
bullet
points.
points out there.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And just trying to riff and make it not sound generic or fake, and just any aspect of just trying to riff for a professional sale, like what was ultimately a hard sale, it's very tough, and it's like something I struggle with.
No, and that's kind of where I'm at. Where it's when I'm trying to sell something, I feel like you're being too intense. You got to pull it back a little bit and make it, and that's a whole nother trick is when you're doing a commercial or trying to sell something to someone, you got to, even if it's a hard sell, you got to make it sound like you don't need their business.
Yeah,
It's
casual
like,
and
yeah,
no pressure.
yeah, it's a weird line to walk.
It is.
And I think you do a very good job at it.
Thank you.
And going back to your TikTok videos, though, you kind of coined a phrase. It's like your signature bit where you will bring up something and say it is damn near delectable, damn near, and that's almost like at first you hear it, you're like, why wouldn't you just say delectable? But then as you watch your videos, damn near delectable is actually higher praise than delectable, which it takes a minute to figure that out watching the videos.
Yeah, and that just kind of, it started off as a joke, but I kind of ended up making a meta of it. Like I accidentally said it one day while kind of like pseudo riffing in a video, whatever it is, and then I decided it was funny and I decided to say it again. But then, yeah, it just kind of took on this alternate meaning rather, where I just said, you know what, my number 10s are going to be damn near delectable because it's just different. It's just something different, something that turned into something catchy. I didn't think it was going to blow up the way it did, but then people started to notice it as my catchphrase.
Right.
Like,
But that's when things are great, when things organically come along. It's not something you're trying to force on them. It's just like, okay, this, is resonating with people. I recognize that. I'm going to go with that. And that's what makes you such a good TikTok creator is you're able to kind of reincorporate that stuff where like I got a few videos that have gone very viral and then a lot that just completely shit in the bed because with stand-up comedy, you're all over the place. And like when I'm talking about like I like my biggest video is talking about my son being trans. I'm like, I'm not gonna keep talking about that.
Right.
Like I can't
repeat that.
like there's only so many things you can say about that before you're like, now you're just milking it. And like I don't want to.
Well, I mean, I've kind of reached that point too with like my food content. I've started to kind of taper off my food content because it's like there's just so many countdowns I could do.
Yeah.
There's only so many countdowns I could do. So like I've started to experiment with other types of content. The food content's not going anywhere. But it's like I gotta experiment with other aspects because how long am I gonna talk about Doritos?
Right,
how long
right.
am I gonna talk about Wendy's? How long am I gonna trash Arby's? You know what I mean? I gotta start experimenting with more content. Like I'm gonna be doing some cooking content once me and my wife move into our new house, whenever we find a new house. You know, you just gotta, I don't know. Sometimes you gotta throw shit at the wall. And see what sticks,
and that's kind of like where I'm going with like, you know, I post some more Alan Cox show stuff, more clips from this. And just trying to like get people used to just wanting to see whatever because TikTok puts you in lanes. And like, it's real tough to break out. It's like, I don't want to just be in this one lane. I want people to just enjoy me. And that's hard to do. You got one.
Speaking of throwing shit at a wall, I'm just throwing this at a wall. I just want to see if it sticks.
Okay.
It's not scientific copy.
Okay.
But I think you can capture the spirit of what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So I wrote a little script here.
This is like a old.
Can you do like a dry read on this and just kind of as you're reading it so we get like a live reaction?
Okay. Let's see where we get here.
No, face.
Hey guys, are you sick of these fad diets that don't work? Are you sick of keto? Have you been on Atkins and can't seem to lose that last 10 pounds? Forget those fads and try poop. With poop, I've lost over 20 pounds in the last month. I'm full of vitality. And I wasn't ready for that word, vitality. I'm full of vitality. And with my increased libido, I feel like I'm 23 again. And that's all thanks to poop. I drink oh wow, this is long. I drink 4 cups of poop a day.
Poop. That's such a hard word.
I drink 4 cups of poop a day. Poop is yummy in my tummy. The science behind poop is that you are not wasting a single nutrient you put in your body, and the best part is it's free. Your body makes all that delicious poop. You just take a bucket, get naked, and let her rip. No subscription service, no contracts. You eat what you make. Take the bucket and swallow all that yummy boom boom. Poop. We have the means.
Nice.
You are demented and talented.
Thank you. Do I write good copy? Do I write good copy?
I want to give your contact to some people.
Yeah, for sure.
You got a job now.
Thanks, man. I just sold poop to
It sounded great.
That was
that was on the fly.
That was a roller
I'll eat
coaster.
my shit when I get home. Thank you.
That was a fucking roller coaster.
I don't think it's vegan. Shit's not vegan.
Well, if she only eats
Mine
vegan,
is?
Yours
she
is?
eats vegan.
Yeah,
her
I-
shit is vegan.
Thank you.
But it comes from an animal.
Ooh.
I'm-
She's no animal.
Humans don't count.
Humans don't count.
Stop calling
so
people
common
animals,
shit don't
Bill.
count.
Tommy's condoning cannibalism over here.
Yes, I am.
Now I want to hear
Super
Bill
into
do it because you do it too, right?
Oh yeah.
Should you do it?
That would go viral as a TikTok challenge. I assure you. If you post that,
Oh, yeah.
you do like the format of like the voiceover challenges. I guarantee that'll go. I'll make sure I take the challenge to help it take off.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'm in.
Yeah.
Do you have a TikTok? You don't?
I don't.
No.
I should get one. Though.
I'm dragging him
Yeah.
kicking and screaming into social media.
You
Yeah.
have to.
All right.
That's just it.
Hey guys, are you sick of these fad diets that don't work? Are you sick of keto? Have you been on Atkins and can't seem to lose that 10 pounds? Well, forget about those fads and try poop. With poop, I've lost 20 pounds in the last month. I'm full of vitality, and with my increased libido, I feel like I'm 23 again, and it's all thanks to poop. I drink 4 cups of poop a day. Poop is yummy in my tummy. The science behind poop is that you are not wasting a single nutrient you put into your body. And the best part is that it's free. Your body makes all the delicious poop. You just take a bucket, get naked, and let her rip. No subscription service or contracts. You eat what you make. Take the bucket and swallow all that yummy boom boom. Poop. We have the meats.
I kind of want to know why that's great copy, because there's a swerve in there.
Yeah.
The first few paragraphs, you're thinking he's just talking about shitting, and then he brings out the bucket, and you're going to eat the poop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
dude, I'm
swerve.
teaching you how to do it.
Drinking it and eating it. Yeah,
I'm teaching
it's-
you how to do it,
it's-
dude.
yeah.
He's gonna give me.
Fucking
I'm gonna be the greatest copywriter in America.
That's amazing.
And, the way he talks about Arby's, you could just use that basically for Arby's.
Exactly.
So you don't like Arby's?
Arby's.
I'm not a fan of Arby's.
No.
Arby's, we have the poop.
Well, I'll say this. I'm not a fan of their sandwiches. All of their sandwiches are trash. They all taste like human flesh to me. But their sides are pretty good. I like their fries. I like their mozzarella
Their
sticks.
mozzarella sticks are the
Yeah.
best fast food.
Some of the
mozzarella.
best in the industry.
Yeah, they're the best. They're so good.
I think their sandwiches are good. I can do it.
Bill.
I used to
I
like
can
their
do it.
BLTs.
I don't
off
think I
their
ever.
market site. Those were good. Have you had one?
I wouldn't trust them to do it.
It's actually surprisingly good.
Like the
Very
the
seasoned
smokehouse
bacon.
ones. Have you had the smokehouse sandwiches?
Yep, I have.
All right.
I
I
was
mean,
like,
if you don't like it, you don't like
yeah,
it.
I mean,
Yeah.
BLT.
No, the only one of their sandwiches I do like, they're gyros. Their gyros
Okay.
are pretty good,
Mhm.
even though I probably shouldn't because they're fast food gyros, and I
Yeah.
can go down the street. and have
Yeah, that's
them
definitely not
gyros, you know what I mean?
made correctly.
Exactly, but they're probably the best sandwich on their menu, in my opinion.
Also, I kind of just like I don't need it to taste like roast beef. I need it to taste like Arby's, and it doesn't, because that's what it tastes like.
Have you had their secret menu item, the feast?
No.
I was paid to eat it. When I used to work for All Recipes, and they used to send me to basically do my own smile food review shtick for them, basically. And they sent me to go to Arby's and get their meat mountain. And it's basically every meat they have on one sandwich. So you have roast beef,
Unnecessary.
turkey, ham, fried
Do you
chicken.
know how many animals had to
Yeah.
die?
Did it all
literally.
taste
For
the
that
same?
sandwich.
Oh, it all tastes like just one big
One thing.
conglomeration of like.
It's just
thing.
grease at that point.
It was just a thing.
yeah.
It just tasted like a
grease.
thing.
Ugh.
Now, sometimes that doesn't work, but sometimes it does. Because there was a food truck by my buddy's place in New York, and whenever I'd go there, I would always stop at this food truck after we were out doing comedy and drinking, and they had what is Dominican chimichurri,
Oh yeah.
and I go, give me the chimichurri, and they're like, well, chicken or beef, and I go both. And they're like, okay. And so they give me this chicken beef chimichurri, and it was so incredible.
Really.
Now they closed down since they closed back probably in like 2019. And I tried it at another place and it didn't work. But like whatever they were doing at that place, the chicken beef combination worked.
Well, I mean, it's like almost like the same concept of like, like a meat lover's pizza. You have 4 or 5 different animals on that. It works for some reason. So some things do and some things don't. The Arby's thing was just a bit too much because we had a fried fish, fried chicken.
Yeah, that's
brisket.
When you add the fish, that really does take it in a whole different direction.
It was a lot.
Yeah. And so, what other plans do you have? I mean, you're killing it with the voiceover stuff. Your TikTok is doing well. Is there anything like something? And you've even acted and stuff.
Yeah.
You were in the movie Cherry, directed by the Russo brothers. And you all. So, is there anything like on your bucket list that you're still trying to do? Like what's the thing that like if professionally you could do that? What's the thing that's lacking?
Well, I have yet to voice any major movie trailers, and that's probably like one of the ultimate goals a lot of us voice actors have to do movie trailers, because we all look to Don LaFontaine. He was the guy who did almost every movie trailer from like 1985 until he died in like 2002-ish. And he was that guy. And when he passed, unfortunately, it opened up the market to everyone else.
Well, it opened up the market, but it also changed the way people made movie trailers because they don't use the voiceover
You're right.
nearly as often.
Exactly.
It was, I mean, like through the 90s, if you didn't have a voiceover, nobody would go see the movie.
Yep.
But now it's just
all clips
from the movie. And like, I kind of liked those old trailers. Like they get me hyped about it. Now it's just, in a world.
Yeah. A world. Yeah. And it's like it's kind of like a double-edged sword when he passed, because he dominated the market. He did 99% of all movie trailers. And then when he died, people just stopped using voiceover in trailers so much. So now the market's open for almost anyone now. But now the ratio of people or production companies who are actually making movie trailers that involve voiceover are like maybe 15% of what it used to be.
Yeah.
So it's like, the industry is still out there. The movie trailer voiceover industry is still out there, but like there's like literally 4 guys out there dominating it right now. You know,
what's the biggest thing you've ever done? Like the thing that's like voiceover thing where the most people probably heard it.
It's probably the Bally Sports stuff because I voice all the promos for NBA, MLB, the NFL.
Now poop.
The poop. You know what I mean? I do it for all 50 states across the country.
He does it for TV. I do it for radio.
Right.
Exactly. So it's probably Bally Sports. Other than that, I've done some stuff internally for, it's random. I've done some internal stuff for the Army where I'll get like, I'll get a bunch of like soldiers DMing me like, hey, are you doing this course for the Army? I'm like, yeah, that's me. Like I've gotten literally about 24 messages from
That's crazy.
Yeah, you know, so that's a thing, an oddball thing, you know, and I'm proud to do it, of course. Our troops, salute our troops.
Well, yeah. I would listen more if like I'm like, I don't really like the Army, but then I hear your voice and be like, all right, okay, I guess
I'll join.
Yeah.
You realize your voice convinced a kid.
What?
No, your voice in those commercials convinced a kid to go join the Army.
Well, no,
they're once they're already in there.
The Army.
Oh,
I'm voicing
okay.
like a training course.
Oh,
like, hey, no.
okay.
I couldn't in all good countries do that. Like if they were, I wouldn't.
He needs more money for that. Yeah.
But it's like, well, you're already here. Listen, you know.
Oh, you're already here.
Yeah. You know.
So a couple other things I wanted to talk to you about is one, you're kind of a nerdy guy too. Like you and we talk about the MCU. I feel like every single week. Moon Knight just dropped. Have you watched that yet?
I haven't watched the next episode yet. Though.
I haven't. Yeah, I'm on. I'm on episode 1. Have you watched episode 1?
I've not watched any of it yet.
Okay, well,
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
I love the transitions they do between him going into the next character. Just they do it so mindfully, like, you know, just like the blips into it, and then like they don't even show it. They say he's just back. You know, he'll just show up with a gun in his hand.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Well, and that's kind of thing that I thought was interesting. It's like it's a show that is in the first episode having these amazing action sequences, and some of the best parts of it we're getting cut out of, and it's still, and you're not even mad about it because you're like, this is kind of fun. We haven't really seen anything like this, and so I'm definitely intrigued by it. It's definitely an episode that left me wanting more, which is I think exactly what they needed with this character to be like, we're not going to give you everything. We're not going to give you everything in the first episode. This is going to be an origin story, but it's going to be more like an origin, like it's not necessarily an origin story, but more like in crash course.
Exactly. And Marvel's really good at making you care about some shit that you had no idea you would care about. Like with Iron Man.
Yeah.
No one really knew who Iron Man was. He wasn't like a Batman or a Superman or anything
Guardians.
like that.
Yeah.
Guardians.
Like, yeah, you know what I mean? And it's like the way they built the character, and of course they had some amazing casting because no one else could do it like Robert Downey. But Marvel's just really good at that. Like no one knew, or at least I didn't know Moon Knight. I didn't know who he was. But like my first episode, the way they told that story, the way they built that, you know, suspense, and the way they, like you said, made you want more of this character who I had no idea existed before their promos 4 months ago.
Well, and I think one of the reasons that they're so good at that is because we have these stories that we can pull from. So we can find a way to create these interesting stories. Let's make sure the story, first of all, is good. And then what kind of story is it? What genre is it? So you get these different, you know, like the original Iron Man is such a good movie because it's a redemption story. He's likable right off the bat, but he's kind of an asshole. And then when he turns it around, he's not trying to necessarily save everyone. He's trying to save his own soul. And so that's why it's so intriguing. And so now with this Moon Knight, it's almost like they're giving us almost like a Memento type feel is what I get from this show is that where it's like it's all happening. We're not going to tell you everything. You have to figure it out. So it's almost a mystery, but it's like a thriller at the same time. And so
goes with his character.
And that's like almost their whole MO because like even going back to like their you know, post-credit scenes or whatnot, you know, they leave you wanting more.
Right.
Like in situations where you would probably be pissed knowing you have to wait a year for the payoff or whatever it is. They just know how to draw you in and keep you there.
and play with
I
that
mean,
anticipation.
And there's an art to that.
Yes,
honestly.
there is, and DC has not been able to do it in the same way.
I
Yeah.
agree
Yeah.
about Moon Knight and everything.
You haven't
So
seen
far.
it, yeah.
That's
And
how I
then
feel all the
you're
time
also-
with sports.
You're also into Pokemon. And
I didn't know. I wore a
yeah.
Pokemon shirt and I didn't
Oh,
even
that's
know.
Charm-
oh,
yeah.
see, you're allowed to look at her
I
too.
know,
Yeah.
he said that. I'm like, wait a minute, he likes Pokemon. I didn't do this on purpose, I swear.
No, it's like every third episode you're wearing a Pokemon shirt.
Fuck
So
off, I have
which-
a lot.
yeah, no, it's all right.
Cool.
Who is this? I don't know who the
That's Charmander.
Oh, Charmander.
Gen
Yeah.
1.
Yeah, the saddest episode in TV ever.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh
He
god.
was
Like
abandoned.
his trainer abandoned him on the rock because he was weak to his standards. Ash and the gang came and found him.
He's
He
a
was in the
fire
rain.
Pokemon in the rain.
He was in the rain. If his tail goes out, he dies. They rushed him to
So
a Pokemon
depressing.
center. It was rough. And then
Ooh,
It's
that's-
intense.
and then Richie actually saw him battle like some couple episodes later and was like, "Oh, he is strong.
Okay.
Give me my fucking Pokemon back."
Damn.
And Charmander said, "Fuck you."
Yeah,
Oh man,
it's
Yeah.
intense.
that is intense. That's
Yeah.
that's a lot for a
Oh,
kid
man,
show.
that could have been a
Yeah.
Marvel movie.
Yeah, that could be a
That
Marvel. That
could.
sounds almost like Pixar-esque too.
Oh
like
man,
that's
I'm telling you, it was good. It was
that's
shit,
that
man.
level where you're just like,
Yeah.
like
My heart.
I'm feeling
Yeah.
too much here.
I'm moved.
Yeah, it almost makes me want to watch
Yeah.
that.
Color me
Stupid
moved.
shit.
I think it's in the first season, like
Yeah.
the
Oh yeah,
first
very
season,
first
very-
season. Yeah.
first few episodes. I think.
Yeah, I never got into the Pokemon stuff. I did play Pokemon Go for a little bit with my daughter when like that came out. But
Oh yeah, I
like,
never stopped. First
Yeah, me
game I
neither.
got
It's great.
was like 1994. I had my original Game Boy. I had Pokemon Yellow was my first game, and I've literally played every single game they've come out with. Because I have the lucky caveat. My birthday is November 21st, and they always have a new release last week in November. So I always make someone in my life buy me the game. Now it's my wife. My wife has bought my last 6 games. But it was always my mom. Mom, my birthday's coming around. Pokemon game's coming out. You know what I mean? So I've literally played every single game the week it's come out.
What's your favorite one of all of them?
I am a big fan of Pokemon Silver, and then by relation, Pokemon Soul Silver and Heart Gold, because they were the only generation to have 2 regions. They start off in a new region, Johto, and then they go back to the original Kanto region where Ash and everyone was basically or whatever. And it was they were the only generation to have the 2 regions, and that's a good one. And then probably a close second, maybe Pokemon Black or White, because the games are always kind of interchangeable. And
Yeah.
that was like a hard reset of the Pokemon franchise, where they say every generation they have some of the older Pokemon from the older generation, but Pokemon Black and White, they had an entirely new roster. You had no access to the older stuff, and they make you say you got to start the fuck over. You're learning all these new ones.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So probably those 2.
But it also, so that forces you to not just go with the ones that you're favorite and
yeah,
used to.
yeah, for sure.
But also, if you wanted to say you don't know anything about Pokemon, you could have just said it.
Do you like
Yeah.
the new game?
You mean John? What am I?
Arceus. Oh wait.
Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that one.
I finished I got about halfway through it, but just life is getting busy, and I
Yeah,
haven't had a
that's on
chance
the
to get
same way,
my last 3 games, and not just Pokemon games in general. I never finished. Like I had Zelda Breath of the Wild, didn't finish it. I had Super Smash Bros. Didn't finish it, and this will be the first Pokemon game I have not finished within the first 2 weeks, and that's kind of a sign. Like
Aw.
Stefan, you can't prioritize Pokemon. You got to get some shit out your life.
you
Right.
gotta
Right.
do,
You gotta
you gotta
prioritize
do your
game,
work.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much for coming on the Bill Squire Show. Appreciate it. Throw out all your different TikTok and your handles there.
Oh, absolutely. I am on I am S Johnson voiceovers on all platforms except for Twitter, where I'm just S Johnson Voice. You can find me there for music, for food, comedy, some music, and comedy content.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much for coming through. And I'm going to be in Pittsburgh this Friday. Come get those tickets at BillSquire.com. You guys got anything?
For me.
No, Weekly Humorist. Like I said, I had some 3 things go up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And at Tommy LC on Instagram and OnlyFans.
Yep.
And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.